Today we're talking about living in and moving to Little Italy, San Diego. Now, if you are a foodie, spoiler alert, you do not want to miss this video. My name is Dan Parker, I'm the San Diego real estate guy, and I help people from all over the US buy and sell homes right here in San Diego. So if you're considering a move to San Diego, I'm your guy. Reach out. Let's start a conversation. My contact info is down below. I'm happy to help you in your research stage of figuring out moving to San Diego. And also, if you find these videos helpful, consider subscribing to my channel, hitting that little bell icon so you're notified when new videos pop up. All right, so we're talking Little Italy, which if you don't know, is located kind of at the northwest end of downtown San Diego, and it's close to a lot of things. You're close to Balboa Park, you're close to the airport, Bankers Hill, you have beaches aren't too far away. The location is fantastic. If you're talking walkability, it doesn't get better than Little Italy. It's extremely easy to get around. You can pretty much walk to whatever you need. And there's a lot to do. Now, Little Italy in San Diego took place in the 1920s when all of the Italian families started settling there because it was close proximity to the tuna processing facilities in San Diego. And a fun note, San Diego at one point in time was named the tuna capital of the world. So there were about 6,000 Italian families that decided to settle in what is currently known as Little Italy. Today, Little Italy is known for way more than just Italian food. It's basically an extension of downtown San Diego. And yes, there are tourists that come into Little Italy, but it's also a place that locals like to go. A lot of locals don't like to go and get bothered with going downtown San Diego, but locals, especially foodies, like I had mentioned earlier, love to go to Little Italy because there are some of the best restaurants in San Diego located right there. Now, as far as things to do in Little Italy, it's basically eat, drink, walk around, and maybe go eat some more. There's a lot of food down in Little Italy. You can also go to, it's home of one of the best farmers markets in all of San Diego, no question, the Little Italy Farmers Market, which spans, I think, 5 or 6 blocks. It's huge. It takes you about an hour to go all the way up and down the entire farmers market. And I'll be honest right up front. If you're looking for a single family detached property, lots of space, you don't really care about expensive craft food, and you want to be able to get around easily with your car, Little Italy is not for you. It's not your place. This is for people that are on the go, wanting to be out and about, enjoying their community. And if you love food, like I mentioned, that is also a bonus. All right, now let's talk about the food scene. I'm gonna tell you all the restaurants that you need to know of. There are so many that I had to write them down. So we have, if you want Italian food, of course, Italian food in Little Italy, there is Bencoto, Filippi's, Barbusa, Mona Lisa, Monello, and if you want that fine dining Italian experience, I recommend Urban Wood is a great place to check out. And then you get into all of the other types of restaurants that are in Little Italy. And here's where the real interesting thing is. And over the last 10 years, we've seen a lot of restaurants are not Italian restaurants opening up in Little Italy. In fact, this is the area where a lot of restaurateurs and celebrity chefs have gone to open up their restaurants. So it's completely packed with incredible restaurants. I could literally eat here for an entire month straight and never get sick of the food down there. It really is that good. So as far as these other restaurants, we have Ironside for fresh fish, lobster rolls, oysters. We have Morning Glory, which I can pretty much guarantee if you can get yourself a reservation, which is usually not very easy, it is going to be the best brunch experience you've ever had. It's really, really good. Morning Glory, you have the original Crack Shack, which was Top Chef Richard Blaze. Phenomenal fried chicken, fast casual restaurant. We have Craft and Commerce and their speakeasy tiki bar called False Idol in the back. We have Underbelly, which is an upscale ramen experience, Queenstown Public House. And then we have the oldest bar in San Diego, which is the Waterfront Bar and Grill. Supernatural sandwiches, on point for their sandwiches. Ballast Point Brewery, Juniper and Ivy, which is an upscale culinary experience. Kettner Exchange, which has probably the best view in San Diego from any bar. We have Nolita Hall. I literally have to cut myself off here because there are so many restaurants. Every single restaurant I just mentioned, I've eaten at before and highly recommend. And there are even more restaurants in Little Italy that I'm missing out on. I can't even mention them all here. And whenever we have friends visiting from other places, we almost always go to Little Italy to get some food because you just can't find that experience anywhere else in San Diego. Now let me tell you a story about one of the other restaurants I've been to, Born and Raised, which is Consortium Holding Restaurants. It's an upscale steakhouse in San Diego. This is the restaurant that I've spent more money in one dining experience at this restaurant than any other restaurant I've ever been to by far. and it was worth every single penny. And basically what happened was I had a friend who had just purchased his first house, and I wanted to congratulate him on that purchase. So we went here and we went all out. We got a tableside Caesar, tableside whiskey cocktails, 30-day dry aged beef, probably the creamiest and most delicious mac and cheese I've ever had in my entire life. We had so much stuff and it was phenomenal. And I have one pro tip for you. You know, if you want to check out Born and Raised, but you don't want to break the bank, they actually have one of the best happy hours in all of San Diego. They have food and drinks on there. And they have specifically, they have a couple different meat options because they are a steakhouse, but they're all just about under 10 bucks. So you can actually get a Wagyu beef sandwich for less than $10. Real Wagyu beef. There's nothing like it. It'll blow your mind. And the other thing I want to mention about the restaurants here is there's just a really unique culture with the restaurants and the way that they run business. They want to support each other. So right now, when I'm filming this video, there's a pandemic going on. And so there's restrictions on how many people can seat inside. So what they've done in Little Italy is they closed down the main strip of India Street. So no cars can go through on Friday and Saturday nights. And they turn it into extended dining for all the restaurants. It's incredible. It's really fascinating to see them come together and be able to do something like this so that us, the consumer, can go out and still have an incredible experience. And let's talk housing in Little Italy. So there definitely are some places available and they're not crazy expensive. In fact, the median price home in Little Italy is $612,000, where the median price home in San Diego is just over $700,000 currently. So you actually can get really good value, but keep in mind, like I mentioned before, you're probably not gonna find a detached single family property with lots of room. It's really more of condos and townhomes that are a little bit more dense. And if you want to check out the homes that are currently available in Little Italy, as always, I included a link in my description below so you can just check out exactly what's available whenever you're watching this video. But really, you're gonna find mostly between 1 and 3 bedroom condos and townhomes between 800 and 1,600 square feet, starting at around mid 400,000s to $1 million. So you can really find a lot of things within that range. If you have a favorite restaurant in Little Italy that you want to make sure is mentioned, throw it down in the comment section below. And also, I'd be curious to know about it if I've never been there, because I need to go check it out. And that's it. That's my guide for living in and moving to Little Italy in San Diego. I hope you found that helpful. I hope that you can check out some of those awesome restaurants. And again, I'm here for you as a resource. If you have any questions on moving to San Diego, I'm here for you. Whether it's Little Italy or somewhere else, I'd love to help you come up with a custom plan to help you live out those dreams. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and we'll see you next time.